Welcome to my Female Founder series, where we uncover powerhouse women that are just like me and you. I want to dissect their stories to really understand what led to their entrepreneurial success. Now, $1 billion Bumble. Have you heard about Whitney Herd? In my research, this story is incredible. She has grown the fastest dating app in America, and guess where she came from? Tinder. And it's so crazy because you look at these apps and they couldn't be different. Tinder feels a little bit more mischievous. It doesn't really have, I feel like, a good value system. I feel like everyone that's on that app wants one thing and one thing only, and I'll let you use your imagination for that. By focusing on empowering women and having a safe and respectful dating environment, this has led to a loyal user base for Bumble. Now, Bumble started back in 2014. They grew like crazy. And the coolest thing about this is they really changed the way dating apps worked. Normally, you would be swiping left, swiping right on Tinder or Hinge, and Bumble has a different approach where you can actually go on there and you can approach men to speak to them first, which is really changing the gender roles. Now, Whitney obviously saw market trends and really understood the landscape of the dating world because she was head of marketing, right? So when you're head of marketing, you're really understanding what people are actually wanting and the feedback of the app and how to actually get it out there and really build a story where people want to engage with this brand. And when Whitney came out with Bumble, there was a whole different energy about this app. It felt really inclusive for both men and women to not just want to go on there to, you know what, but actually want to build a relationship that's built off values. And I think that having the ability for women to approach men, there's something empowering about that because we've never in the past had an app that's done dating like Bumble. So the goal was to reduce unsolicited messaging. And I think that with that comes a safer and more respectful environment for women to want to date. But what they then did was bring out Bumble Business for networking, which personally, I'm always wanting to meet really cool entrepreneurs. Doesn't mean I want to date you, but I want to understand your story and see how we can provide value to one another. So I thought it was really cool how Bumble has these different channels that they came out with. And I think that you can really see their success through their IPO. So in 2021, Bumble went public. And guess what? This made Whitney Herd the youngest self-made billionaire in America. That is a female. I mean, can we get an amen for all of our female sisters in there who maybe have a vision, but are currently working for a business where you don't align with their value systems. You don't see their mission. They're not respecting the culture in which you want to actually build a business on. Whitney was there. Imagine working for the competitor and being like, no, I know that I can do this better. Heck, I am going to change the way the dating landscape looks. That would have been so much anxiety. That is so scary to pretty much go against the grain. And that's what this whole series is about, is I really want us to normalize the fact that business is hard. Being a female entrepreneur is harder because we have odds that are against us. If you are finding value in this video, please hit that thumbs up. Give this video a comment if you want to hear from another successful woman, and let me know what story you want to hear from. Subscribe to this channel because it really means the world to me, and I'm here to help us pave the way and not feel so alone. Bumble, this is cool fact. They have over 70 employees, right? Over 85% of them are women. So not only is she pushing this value hierarchy externally out through her branding and the way her business is done, but internally her culture also matches that. It hasn't been easy for Bumble though. They have been faced by a lot of lawsuits from competitors, not surprising. And then also having to really change the game with upping their security security measures when it comes to dating. Even though they've tried to mitigate harassment, unfortunately in the online space, it's something that is very hard to mitigate. And so any business, any billion-dollar business doesn't come without their challenges. But what I want us to take away from this story is never give up and never let that inner critic, that voice inside of you, tell you that you cannot go out and do the business that you believe in and you know that you can give 120%, because it does not come without its challenges, but there has to be this internal desire to want to make a change. And I think us even being in business and having our voice and being loud can be difficult. It can feel like, who am I? The whole imposter syndrome. I bet Whitney went through this too. I want to read you this quote from an article. While the rest of the dating app world was playing by the same old rules, Bumble decided to write its own. Is it time for you to write your own rules? Do you need to maybe sit down with yourself and write out what you really want to achieve in your life? Who do you want to achieve it with? And how do you want to feel achieving it? I appreciate you for staying to the end. If you want my Notion template, I'm going to link it down below. Have an amazing day, beautiful humans, and let's go out there and crush it.